Good morning, friends. I was talking with Melanie about my taking tea books, which I love. And yesterday at church, I got a chance to have a table with them. And I was part of our Presbyterian Women, our PW Bazaar. So I was able to donate some money from my books to them too. And that was super fun. And what I found was people were coming up to my table and they were asking about taking tea. What is that? And I feel like I've done explaining, but maybe I haven't. But taking tea came from our youngest daughter, Rachel's experience in Africa, in Nairobi, where several times a day they had to take tea, they called it. And what it meant is you had to put your work aside and connect with whoever was with you at the time. So it can look different throughout the day even, but they have specific times during the day where they deliberately set aside what they're doing and just connect over a cup of tea. And I thought that is just stayed with me. What would that look like in our country of social media and, just everything? What would it look like to set aside everything and truly focus on our people, whoever we're with at the time, and maybe literally share a cup of tea, or maybe it looks very different. Maybe it could be sending a card, or it's just however we connect with people. So we want to encourage you, especially during this holiday season, to put aside the busyness, because we all are busy, and I get it. It feels like now added to our normal activities, we've added Christmas cards and wrapping gifts and buying gifts and Christmas trees. And so what does it look like to maybe just set aside some time from all of that? And maybe even taking tea means to sit quietly in front of your Christmas tree and stare at the lights with a cup of tea and just share some time with Jesus and remember why we celebrate this season. Anyway, so I wanted to kind of revisit that. And this is my book. I can tell you how to get a copy if you're interested. It's also at our local bookstore, the Bookman in Grand Haven. If you're not local, they will mail it to you for $5, I think, shipping and handling. But even if you don't purchase the book, just take some time this season and take tea, whatever that might look like for you.
Yeah, I love that. And it is a little bit challenging sometimes this time of year. Like Deb and I were talking about it. It's like, how do you add one more thing to everything that's going on? But the connection piece of our daily life is just, it's the part that Deb and I both love the most. Like if we could just take tea with different people all day long, we would love that.
Mhm.
That would be splendid. But it's not a reality for most of us. But as Deb said, just taking the time to connect with people, so often we're walking by somebody, go, how you doing? Fine. As you're still, and sometimes you can read into that, whether they really are or not. So, I know, when I worked at the salon, especially, like there were so many people, and I got really good at reading their answers. And I've had other people say that, like they were like, you always knew, like when I was having a bad day, and like took an extra minute. Yeah, because I try to make it that when I ask somebody that it's not just an in passing. I really am asking, like, how you doing? And people start to realize that, and it's nice.
It is. That genuine connection is
Yeah.
huge. And I was telling you, Melanie, that happened even yesterday at church, where I asked one of my friends how she is, and she said, I'm good. But you could hear the hesitancy. And I said, would you like to meet for a cup of coffee? Because we've done that periodically. And she said, yes, that would be wonderful. So right then I knew that, this season is hard. And I think we forget that it's very challenging for a lot of people who have lost a loved one. Even if it's been years since they lost a loved one, the holiday season's not ever quite the same. There's that empty place at the table. And just truly listening when we ask someone how they are, that's taking tea. That's a connection.
Yeah.
So yeah, good point. Yeah.
All right, everybody. We hope that you have time to take tea with somebody today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.